The crowd's cheers thundered through the packed auditorium at the University of Washington in Seattle, flashes popping like fireworks as I stepped off the stage, diploma in hand. This was it, my pinnacle. The end of 4 grueling years in marketing at UW, built on what I thought was solid ground. But as my father, James Harlan, pulled me into that congratulatory embrace, his expensive Armani suit brushing against my gown, his voice dropped to a venomous murmur that sliced through the joy. Congrats on the degree, kid. Now enjoy the $85K in loans I saddled you with. No inheritance left for you. The words hit like a gut punch, the diploma turning to lead in my grip. I was Olivia Harlan, 22, fresh out of college. And in that instant, my world cracked open, revealing the rot beneath what I'd called family. The June sun beat down on the Husky Stadium lawn where families milled about, snapping photos and toasting futures. I could still feel the mortarboard's weight, the tassel tickling my cheek as I wove through the crowd to confront them. There stood Dad, James, in his polished executive getup, the kind he wore to board meetings at his tech firm. Beside him, my stepmom, Carla, gripped her Louis Vuitton bag, her Botox-smooth face hiding whatever storm brewed inside. My half-sister, Brooke, 18 and fresh from high school, was already posing for TikToks with my diploma as a prop, her feed primed for likes. Proud of you, Liv, Dad boomed for the onlookers, yanking me close again. But up close, his aftershave choking me. He hissed, "Time to talk real money now that you're grown." Real money, I stammered, pulling back, my voice barely above a whisper. You said Grandma's estate covered it all. You promised. Carla shot nervous glances around, her voice a sharp hush. Keep it down, Olivia. This is your day. Brooke glanced up from her screen, a sly grin flickering. Yeah. Don't ruin the vibe. My hands shook around the diploma case. For years of pulling all-nighters in the library, slinging coffee at the campus Starbucks to build grit, skipping meals to stretch my stipend, all while believing the inheritance from Grandma Elaine was handling the tuition. For years watching Brooke get lavish sweet 16 parties, brand new iPhones, and a summer interning in New York, paid for without a second thought. The estate, I choked out. Grandma left it for my education only. James's eyes hardened. Plans change. We had opportunities to chase. Opportunities. The word echoed as the world spun, happy families posing nearby, oblivious to my unraveling. Carla chimed in, casual as if discussing whether Brooke's influencer gig needed startup cash. Better returns than some degree these days. Think of it as family equity. I stared at Brooke, who was now vlogging about sibling goals while sporting sunglasses from her flop of a merch line, the one that had apparently devoured the $85K meant for my future. You funneled my inheritance to her? The accusation hung hollow in the air. Invested, James corrected smoothly. Family business. Then why am I drowning in loans? No answer. Carla fiddled with her necklace. Brooke pocketed her phone. James's facade slipped, because they're yours. Liv. You e-signed everything. Freshman year flashed back those routine forms Dad had shoved at me over breakfast, saying they unlocked the estate payouts. I'd trusted him blindly. He was Dad, the one who'd promised stability after Mom's passing 6 years ago from that sudden heart condition. You faked Mom's co-signature, didn't you? The ice-cold realization flooded me. Mom had been the primary on the estate. Her death should have locked it tighter. Watch your mouth, James growled low. You got your education. Be thankful. Thankful? The word burned as I scanned their faces, these people who'd toasted holidays with me while siphoning my security. $85K at 7% interest. Payments looming like a noose. While Brooke flaunted her NYC hauls on Insta. I can't do this, I muttered, turning away. Olivia. Don't storm off, Carla called. We booked Ruth's Chris for celebration. I kept moving, gown flapping like a flag of surrender. Their voices fading, Brooke muttering, "She's such a drama queen." In my rusty Toyota Corolla, the one I'd scraped together from barista tips while Brooke drove a leased Audi, I finally broke. Sobs racking me as families loaded up for joyful drives. They'd stripped me bare. But in that parking lot haze, something shifted. The trusting Olivia Harlan faded. A sharper version emerged. One who saw family as potential foes. And foes? They got no quarter. 3 days post-grad, I huddled in the UW financial aid office, laptop humming with frantic tabs. The advisor, a sympathetic guy named Mark, frowned at his screen. MS. Harlan. Records show your tuition came via federal loans, $84,500 total. All in your name with digital SIGs. But the estate? He shook his head. No disbursements here. Your dad accessed it early in your freshman year. But funds never hit us. File rose. He drained it dry. That night, I hacked into Mom's old Gmail, same password ritual. Her birth date plus mine. I'd kept it alive for sentiment, now it might salvage me. At 1 a.m. Drafts folder gold, unsensed to James. Documenting for records, Mom's will specifies the estate solely for Olivia's schooling. No redirects without her adult consent. Another. Weeks before her death, lawyer consulted, your scheme with Carla's ventures is outright fraud. Hands off Olivia's future. My pulse raced. Mom had battled them solo. Had her heart issue been just that? I shoved the paranoia down. Focusing on facts. Screenshots snapped. Then deeper dives into estate lawyer emails. The jackpot, original docs PDF. Grandma's setup was airtight, education exclusive. Mom primary. James backup post-death. Key clause, post, 18. My sign-off needed for any deviation. I'd been legal age 5 years, no sign-off given. I scoured my inbox next, those forms from Dad. PDFs attached. And zooming in revealed the forgery, Mom's SIG. Dated 8 months after her funeral. Sloppy work. Banking on my blindness. By dawn. More unearthed. Brooks Harlan vibes. Merch flop got exactly $85K seed from the estate. Bankruptcy filed last year. But not before Brooke drew $35K for content creation in NYC, disguised as R&D. Cached Insta posts showed her clubbing in Manhattan. Captioning, brand building McFashion. Dates match statements from the family drive folder James forgot I accessed. Cards tied to the business, funded by my pilfered dreams. Carla was slicker, $25K admin fees routed through a LLC in her old surname. Tangled. But traceable. My loan portal glared, $84,500 principal. Interest ticking. First due in months, $900/month for a decade. If I landed decent work. Meanwhile, James' LinkedIn bragged about savvy family investments and Brooks' hustle. 42 reactions. I built an evidence drive, subfolders for estate breach. Fakes. Transfers. Brooks' NYC spree. Carla's skim. Then Googled top white-collar fraud lawyer Seattle. As Pacific dawn glowed through my dingy studio blinds, Mom's unsense haunted me. She'd fought alone. Lost. I had proof post her gone and zero to lose. They'd taken my security. My kin. Better they'd taken it all. This left me armed with fury. The trek to James's upscale Bellevue home took 30 minutes, half-hour scripting my confrontation. Phone voice recording. Evidence triple-backed to clouds. I slotted my Corolla between his Tesla and Brooks' Audi. The irony biting. Carla opened in Lululemon gear costing my weekly groceries. Olivia. Glad you came around. James is in the den. The place reeked of fresh espresso and entitlement. Brooke sprawled on the sectional, zooming about her next collab. She waved lazily. James loomed behind his oak desk. Site of countless family talks since wedding Carla 8 years back. Olivia. Take a seat. I stood firm. Let's cut to the estate. Nothing to hash, it fueled Brooke's launch. Carla hovered. Family growth. Han, so we split the fallout too. Brooke perked. What fallout? Biz tanked. Fresh start. My loans. The 85K hole because you raided my fund. Raided's harsh, James intoned like a boardroom bully. Guardian rights till 18. Post, 18. My nod for non-ed pulls. Tense quiet. Carla and James eyed each other. Found the originals, I pressed. And Mom's drafts calling your plot fraud, pre her death. Your mom was unstable, Carla snapped. Always paranoid. Is that why she's gone? The air froze. Brooke gaped. James rose. Tread lightly. Facts, illegal pulls. Mom's fake sig. Brooke's 35K NYC party as research. I was networking. Brooke whined. Clubs in Soho. Not spying of public. Back to James. Repay me. He chuckled darkly. Gone. Live. Biz bust. Real world. Carla, life's not handouts. The hypocrisy from her sporting a Rolex bought with my cash nearly broke me. You're right. Lawyers it is. James flushed. You wouldn't. Blood. Blood doesn't pilfer. Doesn't doom one kid to debt while jet-setting the other. It was LA too, Brooke helpfully added. Wilting under Carla's skull. Here's the play, James advanced. Drop it. Be glad we parented post-mom. Get a gig. Pay up like adults. Or, you're cut off. I eyed the decor, art from my textbook funds. Brooke's bag pricier than my rent. James's yacht club plaques. You cut me when you looted my path. I bolted. Him grabbing my wrist, no proof. Yanking free, plenty. Mom's warnings. Fakes. Brooke's posts. Carla's LLC skim, 25K to Carla Voss. Maiden name. Carla blanched. I didn't jealous, cause dad picks me, Brooke sneered. Picks you to fund your flop with my life. James thundered. Out. You're no kin. Mom tried blocking her fraud. Weeks later. Dead. Carla's slap stung my cheek. Monster. I touched it. Phone catching. Assault noted. I fled their chaos. Smiling at my booked meet with attorney Rebecca Voss, no relation. Pure fate next on. They thought me buried. I'd exhume their sins. Rebecca Voss's firm perched on the 22nd floor of a Seattle skyscraper. Puget Sound glittering below. Mid-50s. Tailored blazer. Gaze like a lie detector, Olivia Harlan. This dossier's a masterclass in self-advocacy. Family fraud at its ugliest. Fueled by betrayal and black coffee. She nodded faintly. Anger's rocket fuel. But strategy wins wars. Legal pad out, breakdown time. Estate breach. Grandma's docs mandate ed only. Your post. 18 consent mandatory. None given. He just yanked it. Forgery next. Mom deceased April 2018. Sig on October docs. Expert will nail it. I'll cover. Saved tips. Spite sustained. Embezzlement. Carla's 25K via shell. Brooke's 35K fake R&D. Conspiracy. Rebecca tapped. Your den recording. James admitting the redirect. Carla's slap? Dynamite. Sufficient? For a criminal? Absolutely. But you crave cash back too. Every dime. Plus pain. She reclined. Civil suit. Fraud. Fiduciary fail. Theft. Parallel DA push. Jail specter softens them. They'll lawyer up heavy. Paper trails doom the rich. You've got 'em. Contract slid. Contingency. 35% recovery. Eyeing 85K base plus triples and punitives. Maybe 250K. Signed. No blink. Fortnite blitz. Rebecca subpoenaed banks. mapping James's shifts from estate to personal. Then biz. Bonus. James skimmed $25K oversight fee. I logged all. Brooke's texts guilting me for family rift. Carla's VMs branding me spoiled. James's emails vowing ruin. Ammo. Rebecca grinned. Investigator coup. Brooke's recent food stamps app. Swearing no Harlan vibes work ever. Self-snitch for peanuts. Confessing $35K fraud. Federal angle. UTMA violation Fed protections breached. Prison bait. 5 to 10 years. We compiled a killshot binder. Transfers. Forgeries with analysis. Brooke's stamps. Carla's invoices. Originals. Mom's drafts. Recordings. Carla's assault clip. Rebecca's deck narrated the timeline. Each frame a deeper grave. Pre-file offer? Rebecca queried. Threat often cracks M. No, make M squirm public. Your call. But settlement's swift cash, trial drags. Loans loomed. Ramen wearied. Demand letter. 48 hours, full plus damages. Or unleash. Rebecca Shark smiled. Litigator mindset. Couriered that PM to James's office. Carla's salon. Brooke's condo. Phone exploded. I ghosted. They'd partied on my dime for years. My silence now. Carla texted day 2. Dinner 8 p.m. Civil resolution. Rebecca eyed. Negotiation ploy. Sans counsel. They'll gaslight. Skip. Go wired. She handed a sleek clutch, mic and strap. Washington's one party. That eve. Ruth's Chris again. Their grad celebration spot turned irony. Private booth, James suited. Carla jeweled. Brooke pouting. Thanks for showing, James oozed. Clutch near. I sat. 45 minutes max. No drama. Carla poured wine I ignored. Kinship. Like looting my legacy? Obsessed with cash, Brooke I rolled. Says the NYC spender of my $35K. Solutions, James steered. Your attorney's aggressive for blood ties. Crime's not ties. Carla's titter cracked. Crime? We grew family assets. Sans consent. Via fakes. Fraud. Can't prove mom's sig pulled copy. Expert begs differ. James tensed, demands. $85K back. $35K hurt. Fees. Funds vanished, Brooke whined. Bisflop. Liquidate elsewhere. No liquidity, James tugged collar. Realistic. Realistic like me grinding jobs. You blowing my cash? We housed you post-mom, Carla bit. Obligation. Not favor. Plus state guardian bucks, $900/month till 18. Rebecca dug that up over $40K pocketed for care amid theft. Plan, James leaned, drop suit. $15K loan help. Gift. 15 for 85? Laughable. I smirked. Federal rap. James, IRS eyes your undeclared $25K skim. Tax dodge. Pallor hit. Brooke. Stamps frauds jailbait. Admitted no work for payout. Brooke fumbled phone. Not meant Carla. Fed white-collar squad love shells. Bluff. Carla trembled. Sipping. Am I? Showed DA email. Grand jury imminent. Quiet triumph. But merciful. 24 hours for terms. 120K total. I ease DA push. Blackmail, James cracked. No. Justice for daughter theft. No options, Carla erupted. Brooke showed promise. You? Average. She deserved seed. There, I murmured. Mike Gold. Conspiracy confessed. James surged. Recording? Like your ESIG, we should have dumped you Foster, he spat. Mom 2.0 pig-headed. Superior. Mom shielded me from you. Brooke wailed. Dad. Halt her. I halt with payment, or club pals here of jumpsuits. Carla, we shaped you. Showed your thievery. I exited their scramble. Lot calling Rebecca, got all. Conspiracy slip. They dug deeper. 12 hours. Then file. Victory's edge sharpened. Seattle's King County Courthouse loomed like truth's bastion. Columns stark under July sun. 8 weeks post-dinner, no settle. They're high rollers from Pierce and Company. Betting fade. Mistake. Courtroom buzzed, Rebecca tipped press. Seattle Times. Como reps packed. Rise for Judge Elena Ruiz, bailiff boomed. Ruiz. 50s. No nonsense Bob, prelim, Harlan v. Harlan. 2025 CV 472. Evidence reviewed. James flanked by trio attorneys, Carla Prim, Brooke Sans Shades. Subdued. MS. Voth. Proceed. Remote clicked. Slide one up. Honor. 4-year fraud web. Hour-long demolition. Banks trails glowed. Forgeries juxtaposed. Dinner audio boomed. Brooke deserved. You? Average. Brooke shrank at her stamp's forms. Witness 1. Mark from aide. Detailing James's bait switch on loans. Accountant Ted. Premeditated. No misunderstand. Pierce Cross. Family mix-up? No accidental dead sig forgery. Murmurs. Ace. Knew Ev Brooks' Insta-rant last night. Allowed over objection. Screen. Drunk Brooke at bar. Yeah. We took it. But she graduated. Parents call. Not my bad, her mom croaked, leaving cash idle. Hush. Ruiz. You posted. MS. Harlan. Brooke stammered, upset. Yes. Admit theft knowledge? Pierce, intoxicated. Booze loosens truths. Voth. Relief. 85K restitution. 35K punitives. Fees. Criminal referral. Pierce, settle now. Ruiz iced, granting plaintiff summary. Defendants pay $120K plus fees in 30 days. DA referral with prosecution push. Carla Rose, family. Olivia spiteful. Jealous. You indebted her. Stole legacy. Not family felony. Ruiz, Mr. Harlan. Father fiduciary betrayal. Forgery. Evasion, if more awardable. I'd. Brooke sobbed, unfair. She's wrecking us. You wrecked selves via theft. Gavel crashed. Reporters swarmed. Rebecca handled. I watched their huddle. James shattered. Carla ashen. Brooke nuking socials. One mic thrust. Win feel. Eyeing betrayers. Like balance restored. Criminal round hit 4 months on. Civil bled them. Bellevue pad sold. Carla's bling auctioned. Brooke's Audi gone for my $120K plus fees. But accountability beckoned. Federal court loomed grander. Trio with public defenders now. Broke. DA Elena Torres spearheaded. State v. Harlan's fraud. Forgery. Embezzlement. Conspiracy. Evasion. Please. James/Carla not guilty. Brooke no contest for leniency. 5-day grind. Day 1. Forensics docs. Maps. Day 2. Witnesses. James's ex-staff on shady books. Day 3. Brooks feed parade. NYC brags on stolen dime. Deleted reel joking. Dad's endless wallet in Times Square. Day 4. Carla's LLC gutted bogus bills. Phantom work for $25K. Day 5. My stand. Discovery. Graduation whisper. Trust shattered. Jobs while Brooke partied. Anxiety choking nights over unearned debt. James's counsel. Spite-driven. Crime-driven. Jury out 3 hours. Guilties cascaded. Judge Marcus Hale. Fraud hammer. Mr. Harlan. Triple violation. Paternal. Guardian. Trustee. Stole daughter's dawn for wife's avarice. Other child's wins. 6 years Fed pen. For probation. Lifetime fiduciary ban. James slumped. Carla conspired callously for years prison. 3 probation. She collapsed. Revived. Brooke, knowing beneficiary, 2 years minimum. For probation. 600 hours fraud prevention volunteering. Wales, live. Mercy, ignored. Hail, joint 40K tax restitution plus civil. Cuffs clicked, flashes fired. Times headline, exec gets 6 years for daughter's inheritance heist. Memes mocked Brooks, influencer to inmate. Payout cleared weeks later, 120K. 40K gov. Fees. True toll? Their crumble. James to Colorado Fed. Carla, California women's. Brooke local. Assets stripped club dues. Would-be cabin. James's boat. All vapor. My Belltown loft gleamed. Acceptance to UW Psych Masters in hand, self-funded. 8 months post-trial. Loans zeroed, rep shock. Full 84.5K today. Yes. Balance seated home. Tuition. Psych choice? Decode betrayers like them. Heal the scarred. Unpacking finale. Phone. Uncle Tom. James's sib. Found grandpa's stash cleaning estate. Box. Pics. Grandma with mom kiddo. My infancy. Wedding. Letter. Olivia. If reading. I'm past. You're wise. Funds for your spark. Mom's echo in you. Guard it. Even from kin. Especially kin. Grandpa. Framed by degrees. Brooke Penn prison. Sorry. Get the theft now. Kept. Unforgiven yet. James's ramble returned unread. Carla silent. Release alerts. James out after 5 good time. Carla 2. Brooke target clerk per LinkedIn. No stir, powerless ghosts. Client session prep in cafe, young woman. Kin theft echo. I'd guide her proof. Voice. Justice. Alert. Bellevue house resold, new fam's dream. Ignorant of plots. Fine, walls innocent. Home through mist. Loan zero glowing. Degrees earned double, betrayal. Justice. Settlement freed. But lesson priceless, families trust built. Shattered? No owed quiet. Oh self-truth. Fought? Truth accrues, with interest on agony. Collected full. Olivia Harlan. 26. Kinless. Unbound. Inheritance? Insight, believe shown selves. Steal? Extract every cent.